Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those who are new here, my name is Vanessa Buyai, and yes, karibuni sana. And yes guys, today I am joined with a wonderful friend. She's called Naomi, and yes, Naomi, karibu.
Okay, thank you. How are you, Vanessa?
I am good, and you?
I'm fine.
Karibu sana to my YouTube channel.
Thank you.
So Naomi, you know you're new here, so
I'm not new.
okay. I would like you to introduce yourself to my audience so that they can get to know who is Naomi.
Hi guys, my name is Naomi YD, and I'm a student in Kenyatta University and a mother of two at the same time. So yeah, I'm here. Thank you for inviting me.
Oh, welcome. Thank you for also taking time to be here. Naomi. So you've said that you are a mom of two. Um, when did you join the motherhood phase, and like how did it when did you join the motherhood phase?
That was in the year 2020 when COVID came in, and we had to close schools and go home. Yeah, that was the period.
Wow. And okay, so how was it for you? Because I think we joined campus in 2019.
It was already, we had already done our first semester, so we were going to the second semester when COVID hit in.
So like, how was it for you when the time when you knew now you are pregnant? How was it for you?
Honestly, that was a mixed one because I was sad and happy at the same time, and again so much afraid because now I really had thoughts like, how am I going to balance between school and the kid? Yeah, so it was a hard one, but I really tried.
Okay. And for your partner, because now you know there's somebody who is involved, so
it's true.
Your partner, how did he take it?
For him, he's a matured person, and he was so happy. Actually, he was so happy.
He was happy, and you were in first year.
Imagine that couldn't even bother him. Like, I really don't understand, but he was so happy.
Okay. So the reception was good from his side.
From his side.
And aside from your partner, you were a student, still dependent on your parents. How was their reaction? Because this is a very critical information that you had to also inform them about.
It's true. From my partner's side.
Your parents.
From my parents.
Yeah, your parents.
From my parents' side. Oh, my parents were so disappointed. Honestly, my parents were so disappointed because my mother brought me to Kenyatta University. That was 2019, first year.
Yes.
And she was like, you know what, I've brought here to read and do your best. Other things will come when the right time. Yeah, it's true. So my mother, honestly, first, it was my mother who knew that I'm pregnant from my partner. Because for me, I was so afraid, like, how am I going to tell my parents? Yeah, and I also had that fear of my mother would be like, we didn't agree, we agreed on something, we didn't.
Oh, she'll be crazy.
I love you kushotua na kugombezwa.
You didn't want that.
I didn't want that. Yeah, it's true. So yeah, my parents were so disappointed, but with time, yeah, they grew. Okay, with time they accepted and they understood me.
Okay. And so, like, okay, I believe, were you guys married? You are not married because your parents were angry, so automatically you guys are not married. So how did the family of your partner react? Did
they
he
were
inform
happy.
the family?
Yeah, the family from my partner's side, they were so happy. That's what I can say. They were so happy. Like my mom-in-law was so happy. I mean, maybe it was something they waited for. Yeah.
Okay. And so, like, you see, Sasa, did your parents come to terms with this issue while you're still pregnant, or did they come to terms with this issue after you've given birth?
They came to terms when I was pregnant and after months, a couple of months, because sometimes I could even talk to my mother. She's like, my dad has been so stressed up, like he couldn't even sleep when he thinks that I'm somewhere carrying somebody's baby while I'm first here. You know, it was hard for my dad, but for my mom, najua atanikubali tu.
Okay, yeah. And this, now how this a support system, because now you know pregnancy comes with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
So like, did you get the support that you needed at that time, or did you feel at that time people neglected you?
No, nobody neglected me. Maybe okay. First, for my support, I really received support from my parents, from my partner's side. You know, a lot, because now I was leaving their home. Yeah, they had to do everything for me, and during that time, my partner was with me, of course, but hakuwa na job. So kila kitu from his parents.
Was you were depending on your in-laws.
In my in-laws.
Okay, and so you've told us that you will have 2 kids. So like, okay, then when did the second kid come on board?
First kid 2020 December, and then second kid 2022. I know it's weird, but yeah, that is me, and I don't want anybody to judge me.
Yeah, it's allowed. You know, it's a free world. I tell people that it's a free world. So the second pregnancy, how did you react? Because you know the first,
for me I was happy, and I told my mind, you know what, this is the man that I have chosen, and this is the man that I want to live with, and this is the man that will be father
father
my kids, or be my baby,
your father
baby daddy.
We can't say baby daddy.
We can't say baby daddy. Okay, so let's say father to my kids. Yeah, exactly. So my
your reaction.
My reaction.
Yeah, how the feeling
for this second baby. Me, I was happy. Honestly, I was happy because I felt like I needed to raise my kids while I'm still young first, and then I wanted them to grow together.
Oh, that's nice. And so like how did you manage? Because you see, for 2020 we can give it an excuse. We were in COVID period. In 2022 we were in school. Exactly. So like, how did you juggle between
studies
and being prepared for a new baby and studies?
Unajua, nilikuwa nimezoea. Honestly, nilikuwa nimezoea from my previous pregnancy. So whatever that came my way, I knew I could conquer, because for my first pregnancy it was tough. Honestly, it was tough. For the second one, so I didn't have a big deal, because I felt like if I did the previous one, I will also manage this one. So
that's nice.
I tried like balancing my studies with my pregnancy. So I didn't let my pregnancy overcome everything. And putting in mind that my mother is that woman who wants me to do what brought me to Kenyatta University. I couldn't even differ. That could really break her. So I really tried not to do that.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. So like, okay, now you have a toddler, because I think he's 2 or 2, 3, 2 years.
2.4.
Yeah,
and 1.
Yeah, like, so you have a toddler. You that time in 2022 you had a toddler 2 years, and now you have a newborn. A toddler needs the same attention like a newborn, and then you have studies. Did you have assistants, or were you the one managing your kids alone?
I had assistants. Honestly, my partner was there, and also I had a nanny. Yeah, so at least I could feel like, you know what, I'm surrounded with people who can really help me.
Okay. And the times when you have to be in school, your baby, you know, babies have to be fed. There are these particular times that babies have to be fed. Like, how did you manage that? Or
I used to pump milk. I used to pump milk and live for my for my small baby. So now I don't know how to call them, because they are all babies.
They're all babies.
For my second one. So And most of the time when these kids are like 0 months to maybe 6 months, they are always sleeping. So at least when the little one is sleeping, my nanny could feel
the other one.
yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I think you got a good
But
nanny,
it's
because
hard.
giving
Yeah,
somebody
she's
your child
good.
to take care of your child, and then you trust them.
Yeah.
It's something
It's
in
something,
this era.
it's something that
Yeah.
not everybody can.
Tunasema tu ni God.
Ni God.
Okay, and your mental health?
My mental health. Okay. I really tried to make sure that I'm not straining or struggling with my mental health, because I couldn't raise these two kids while struggling with my mental health. Like, I really made sure that I'm happy every time, and whatever negative vibes coming to me, like, I could really ignore and ask God, like, you know what, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this, because now I have two toddlers.
Yeah, they're toddlers.
Yeah, two toddlers and have school, you know. So I just ask God, please, God, just take care of my mental health.
And then how do you cope with stress? Because sometimes dealing with toddlers, kwanza huyo wa 2 years, it's not easy, because they are now in the age of they want attention more than the other one. So like, how do you manage to cope with stresses? Maybe your child is sick, you have exams, or you have cuts. How do you cope with your stresses?
First, to say many God, because none of my kid was sick during that period, and my new I was immediately from labor room. Then after a week, I was sitting for my exams. Yeah, so I thank God that none was sick. And then for the first kid, like, I used to go out with him, that at least he feel that mommy is here with me.
Okay. Wow. And now, what can you tell maybe a young mom out there, or somebody who has found themselves in that state and they feel like they don't have a support system? Or what can you tell a parent who has a child who is in that state and they are angry or mad at them? What
Angry
can you
or
tell
mad
them?
at the babies, or
At
the
the
parents to their teenage
to the expectant,
girl.
to the expectant girls.
Okay, so hey girl, please hold on there. Motherhood is a beautiful thing, and it depends on how you
Embrace it.
you embrace it. So for me, I can tell you that you just try to balance between your happiness and the happiness of your kid. And also for the parents who is mad at
Their
maybe
daughters.
their daughters because of
The
pregnancy at an early age. For me, please, we pass through a lot. We pass through a lot, and the only thing that we can for parents, the only thing that they can do is to support us and to sit down with us, ask us how we feel, because sometimes someone can even kill herself because of depression.
True.
Like, sometimes we really need someone to talk to. So please don't be judgmental, and don't be so sad to your kid. Yeah, just make sure that even though you're disappointed in a way, try to accept them back.
Try to embrace them and give them the support.
Yeah, and the support that they need.
Okay, well, thank you for that. I think I've really learned a lot from you. I think you have resilience, a very strong resilience to be precise. And I really do appreciate your family, both sides, for being supportive with you, for continuing to make you
Like, my mother used to call, "Are you okay? What is going on? Have you gone for your checkup?" Like, me tu kinenezambia parents out there, like, they really need to check on their daughters each and every time, and keep reminding them to do what they need to do, so that this pregnancy journey can be so smooth
at the end of the journey.
Yeah, it's true. Sometimes, maybe mtu anaweza feel like suicidal is the best thing that I can do right now.
Because of the rejection.
Yeah, because of the rejection.
Hey, that's Okay, me, I don't know. I think they really need to be awarded massively. Anyway, so thank you for that, Naomi. I think we have picked some lessons, and as you have heard, I will continue to highlight. I will highlight on what Naomi has told us. Parents, make sure you become a support system to your kids and teen girls or young moms. It's not the end of the tunnel. You can be able to stand again and move. Right now, I think you are doing the last examination.
Yeah, I'm done with exam.
Yeah, and that is for year, so she's going to graduate.
And I didn't defer.
And motherhood did not deter
did
her
not
from
stop
continuing
me.
to chase
Yeah,
her
it's
dreams.
true.
So motherhood is not bad. It's how you perceive the situation that will make it look how you want it to look. Yeah, guys, that's all that we had. Till next time, bye bye.